Everybody needs a purpose in life, regardless of what you are doing with your life, whether you want to work as a doctor or you want to work as a carpenter. You need a purpose. You need a purpose to get you out of bed. So what's our
My
purpose?
is to be free. My
And
purpose.
Just be free. Just be like a happy,
free man,
happy, free, peaceful.
Happy mindset, mental health, physically free, mentally free. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everything just under control. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. If I think about like where 1/3 will be in 5 years or whatever the case, I see some really cool things happening, man. Like I don't know why, I just see myself like in us 1/3 holding like charitable organizations where maybe we're having like a big soccer game and there's 500 people that show up, and you know what I mean, and maybe some boxing events. Maybe we can do anything, man. Cool, like marathons. Like I just want to do all that kind of stuff. I want to get our community involved and give them an opportunity, and the youngins more specifically. Obviously, I want to influence as many older people as we can, but it's super hard to tell somebody who's in the middle of their life to say, hey, go chase your dreams, because they're like, obviously I want to chase my dreams, but they can't take the risk because they already have all the stuff, like the mortgage and all the payments and whatever the case, right? They already are committed to something. But for the youngins that haven't started yet, you can be anything you want to be. And that's why I want to get this message across, because if we're 3 normal dudes show up holding an event dressed like how we're dressed, just normal, carrying good energy, and be like, damn, that's attainable. Like I see him, he lives a normal life, he just works out, does his thing, happy, cool guy. Like that's what I want, because there's nobody in our community that's like that.
I want to add on to that a little bit. I want to say that, like, if you are in the older stages of your life, you can still do it. As hard as it will be, at the end of the day, you could sell your house, move into a van, live off as least income as you wanted to, and pursue your dream. There's stories of many different people who lived in their car for many years until they became successful.
It's true.
So I just wanted to point that out there. Anybody at any age can pursue their dream. As long as you have the will and you're willing to suffer the consequences on the way there, do it.
No, I agree with that. Like you said, and that's honestly what it would take. You have to go off the deep end.
Yep, literally.
You can't just start a little side gig and do it an hour every night. That's not going to work, man.
You gotta fail.
12 hours a day, every day until you succeed.
Yep, put your life towards it. And that's what I'm realizing with the podcast too. But I just wanted to add this one more thing before I ask you the question, Bashar. But I watched a Kevin Gates interview, and it was an older lady who asked him, like, hey, how do I not necessarily become successful, but like chase my dreams and be happy and be passionate? And there's a job that she was at, but there was an opportunity for her to start her own business or something like that, and whatever the case. And she was basically asking Kevin Gates, should I start it or should I stay with a more secure job? You know what I mean? And he was saying that that's the reason why he decided to do music, and he decided to start his own company, and the whole entrepreneurship side that he went on is because every single day he would have worked and went to that job, he would have died on the inside thinking, what if I only tried? You know what I mean? What if I only tried every single day? What am I sticking here for? Measly benefits? Measly 50, 60, 70 grand a year? Are you serious? Are you for real? I know that it's easy for me to say, right? Because I'm not in a position. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have a car payment. I don't have this. I don't have that. But are you serious? That's what we're living for right now? Like, I can't get more passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I want to do until the day that I die, regardless about how much money I'm making. You know what I mean? The measly benefits, measly 25, 35, 45 bucks an hour. Keep it. Keep it, because that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because when you talk like that, I have one story, and this is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but I kind of thought about it earlier, and it just goes to show that the mindset that we've had since we were super little. So this is a little story, and we were camping. So a little backstory, I go camping with my brother's family. They own 165-acre acreage, so we go there and we camp, and they have parties with a bunch of individuals that I wouldn't necessarily know because they're a part of like the family's kids. So and they're all like 22s, 25s. So there's that like mid 20 to 30 age, and I was at one of them, and I was sitting next to this lady, and she was older. Obviously, she had got a pretty good job recently, and so she had bought a new Lexus for like 50, 60K. And I just remember having a conversation with her, and I was asking her, I was like, so like, why did you buy the Lexus? And she just looked at me and she's like, 'cause why not? And I was like, 'Cause you don't need to spend $40,000 on a car, get a loan that forces you to work so that you can pay for that loan just to feel nice in the car. And she just couldn't wrap her mind around that.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't wrap her mind around the idea of suffering a little bit, buying that Pontiac Vibe or that Honda Civic, the $2,000 little rust bucket, and running that for a couple of years. Like, she, in her head, when she got a job, she had to treat herself. She had to incur that debt.
Yeah, she ain't the only one.
That's what I'm saying. And you're not wrong, but that's like, in my head, I didn't understand that. And I was like 9 years old. And I just remember thinking, I'm like, that's just the dumbest mindset. Like, why would you make your life harder by incurring more debt that's just useless? Like, that car gets you to point A and B the same as the $2,000 car.
I understand.
A little bit more reliable.
It's just the.
And that brings me to, like, my point of view. Like, I just want to avoid that.
Yeah.
At all costs. I would say that's my purpose. Don't be locked in. Don't have other people make decisions for you.
Yeah.
You're living your life. Make your decisions. If you have to bend to somebody else's will, you're not living. You're living somebody else's life. That's why if they can tell you what to do and you have to listen to them, you're not living your own decisions.
No, I agree. A lot of people are doing stuff that they're forced to do.
Yep.
A lot of people aren't doing stuff that they want to do every day. They're forced to do.
And that's my
stuff
purpose. Do something you want to do
every single day. Don't be forced
Chase
to
your
do nothing.
dreams.
All of us have different reasons for why we do what we do.
And there's
Have to do it. We have to get to the end. Because if we don't, we lacked.
100%. And
we
if
don't,
we
I'm dead.
Oh, my bad. God damn.
If we don't, I ain't surviving.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't either.
I'd rather die than work a 9 to 5. I tell my parents that all the
I
time.
tell my parents that too.
I'm moving this. I'll buy a van, buy a school bus, renovate that.
Me too.
Bro, I'll literally
just.
just disappear off the grid, go live in the forest. Son, you ain't gonna see
You
anything.
can't do that.
Yes, you can.
It's just
You think you can.
legally, like
You
I don't
can.
think you can.
You can, trust me. If you wanted to, you could.
You could.
You
but
could. If you wanted to, at the end of the day, if you really wanted to drop all ties with society, there's nothing stopping you.
I would still want to do this though. That's the only thing is that I wouldn't want to go off the grid. I'd want to live like.
No,
a
I'm just
simplistic
saying in like
lifestyle
15,
recording.
20 years, if this doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to drop the
15, 20
grid.
years, we ain't doing that. Something's going wrong. I'll tell you
It's
that.
going wrong, for sure.
You should been catch that.
But yeah, it's
Okay.
just a chase your dreams. You know what I mean?
Chase your dreams.
There's not many people that are from our city that did it, so it's hard to see it. It kind of when
That's
we
good though, because then
more
if
room,
a little
right?
bit more room, more people get up there, they're gonna want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's
The
what
biggest one I could think of right now, like, is Alfonso.
Yeah, me too. Obviously, I think there's obviously successful people, business people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That we don't know.
but like
But-
they're not making an impact.
No, they're not making an impact.
Yeah,
they're doing it
they're-
for themselves.
Their name isn't etched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
they're
not
doing it
etched.
etched for themselves.
Yeah.
100%. We're gonna have to go through that everything Alfonso went through. Imagine how many people told him
He wasn't.
you're gonna be you're gonna play for a German professional team. You're gonna
Nice.
play over in Europe, or you're from Canada, buddy.
Nah,
You know how many
bro.
people told him that?
And there was also
Fuck
a
that.
good handful of people that tell him, "Yo, do it."
The
Yeah,
only
good support
time
system too, yeah.
Everybody who witnessed, if you witnessed him play soccer, you knew.
I know what you're saying. But
If you witnessed, if you were truly there when he was actually performing,
Mhm.
like not just practicing, but actually, like you seen in his eyes how much heart he has, you knew. There was no doubt he was going somewhere. No, everybody knew.
Mhm.
And if you didn't know, it's because you didn't watch.
Know
Like
what I'm saying, but
you
it was
didn't
easy
see
for
him when he was
everybody.
truly passionate.
I agree with you, but it was easy for everybody to point the finger and say,
Mhm.
"No, you can't."
You're
do
right,
that."
because that is statistically, it's hard.
Odds are
Excuse me.
high.
0.001%.
like you were saying, the people who aren't actually there, and the coaches, the teammates,
He streams now.
all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
Streams FIFA on Twitch. He gets
I'm-
like fucking 3,000 viewers.
Yeah, Alfonso is doing well, man. I'm
Yeah.
very. That's motivation for myself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
To see somebody from our city that did it. I wonder if you'd ever be down to, when we ever get bigger, to do something for that. You know what I mean?
Who knows?
Like contact JD Bracco and be like, "Hey, man, let's do something."